Hi, this is Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress and Sun Tarot. We are going to do a daily message, whatever needs to come through. We're using the wisdom of the oracle cards today, and we're going to just see what message needs to come through today. So I feel like the energy is pretty strong. The North Node and Chiron are definitely conjunct. They are we're going to pop over in. And Chiron is at 16 and the North Node is at 17 degrees Aries. So they are definitely like in that energy together. Are you feeling triggered by your Chiron? And how are you using what you're doing to heal that to be part of your North Node? Because they definitely are a part of each other. Like my Chiron and my North Node definitely affect each other. And like with them being conjunct where they are, it's saying overall it's definitely shining a light on how are these two things together. Like Chiron, your wounded healer, and your North Node in this lifetime. We are meant to heal things so we can be the teacher of those things. So are you using the thing you're using for your healing? Are you learning a new meditation? Are you sharing that? Are you, if you read tarot, are you sharing that with other people? If you are a Reiki person, are you doing that work? Are you doing what your calling is? Are you, sharing also what you're using for your healing? Are you being an advocate for that? So because, like, as we're learning something new, we definitely are always sharing it. Like the Joe Dispenza thing's been our most recent thing, like for Dave and I. So it's like we have, shared that more than once on the channel about this is what we're, you know, the breadcrumb we've picked up and that we're, inspecting, where is, that energy and that, where is that lesson going to take us? So we're excited to see. So we are going to see what is the daily energy today. What is the daily message from Celia, from heaven? Because, Celia means heavenly. So what are the messages from heaven today? She's being very specific about that. Messages from heaven. And we get the loyal heart card. So are you being, loyal in your heart space? And then we get the card of all that glitters. So sometimes when we're doing things, sometimes we get an opportunity that will take us off our path, but it looks like a really good opportunity instead of doing this chop wood and the Y card. So sometimes it's about making the decision of where, are you doing the healing? If you are, it is going, if you're being loyal, it is going to bring you the abundance you seek, but it's part of doing the work and the why of the work. And then a change in the wind is the overall energy, and we are definitely feeling that today, for sure. So are you ready to look at, I want to get to this great place, and part of doing the work is why? Why are you, like for us, this is part of my North Node. It is part of my mission. I've tried to do other things, and I'm just so called to be that messenger, been guided to that for years and years. So here we are. So where are you being guided on your journey? What are you looking at? What are you healing? Like, Chiron North Node, 1 degree apart in Aries. Aries is about, taking action with passion. Where are you being inspired to, share that healing? Like we are going to do some meditation videos we're putting together. So those will be coming forward soon. Just some guided meditations, you know, 10-minute meditations from us. So we are going to be posting those probably in the next week or so, just to work on different chakras and just work on meditation at a new level, something Celia's pushing us to do. So we are going to work on and do it. So, where are you getting nudged on your path, because with those videos, Dave and I are both now Reiki masters. We are going to infuse that Reiki energy into those videos. So look forward to those coming forward with, that healing energy in the meditations that, 10 minutes, it doesn't take long, we're going to work on a specific chakra or two and, at some point do a longer one. But initially we're going to just start with, so you said like one or two chakras. So we are having that coming forward. So like being inspired to something new, that new action. What are you being inspired towards new action? What, like in your day to day, what change are you being inspired to take? It's funny because this morning we were out in the hot tub and the moon was up by a star. So I was like really called to look and see which star it was by. And the moon was in the hand of Virgo, the left hand of Virgo. We recently had another thing about that particular star. So like there was some significance of, Virgo's about the day to day, and the moon could be about looking at the shadow side of things and seeing where those things are, and where what you need to change, maybe just a little tweak on something, not necessarily a complete change. But are you doing like following like the same exact routine every day? If so, sometimes you got to refocus on what is your why, and take that chance on something that's out of your normal box. So we are now going to get some tarot, just a little Celia channel message. The current energy is the Seven of Pentacles, which is about growing, nurturing yourself. The Nine of Swords is about, that Eight of Swords, or the eight, crows are there, the birds, causing that mind chaos. But in this one, there's that little white bird. And I always call this card my Celia card because, of all that mind chaos, that when you get past that and gain clarity, you can hear that voice of your higher self. And it's literally about, are you being awoken in the middle of the night? Because a lot of, that pillow's there. And a lot of times that's when it's easiest to work with you, when you're not in that place of mind chaos. So if you're getting awoken in the middle of the night, get up, ask, what do you want? What message are you trying to bring to me? Like ask your guides, because they're definitely trying to bring something new in for you, trying to really, it's a time of growth and nurturing. Are you, paying attention to like the messages that are trying to come in towards you? The foundation is the King of Pentacles, which is about stability. Are you, focused on your stability? Are you focused on the things in the 3D world? Are you like finding, stability in one area of your life? Because like he's the Pentacles, he's not like the Emperor with all of it. He's finding the stability. Are you finding the stability? Are you more focused on your stability than what the messages that are coming in are trying to tell you? In the recent past, we get the Judgment card, which is about self-judgment, and most of the time it's about self-forgiveness of the things in the headspace. Like it's really a time to ask, where do you want your focus to be? Like, do you want to be in this program of doing the same thing every day and not changing at all? Because if you want a different outcome, you got to do something different than you're doing every day. And the first thing is let go of judgment, like, and trust that everything is happening in the divine time. The loyal heart is there. Everything is laid out for the end of love for you. Like everybody's going for, like, that ultimate love relationship, that like end all and be all. And honestly, those end all and be alls are just work. There's always expansion going on. The immediate future is the Nine of Cups, which is about personal wish fulfillment. Are you ready to surrender and just go with the mission and be like, okay, I'm going to listen to the message and I'm going to follow this breadcrumb and I'm going to see where it goes. I'm not going to listen to the chaos in my head. I'm going to listen to that little quiet voice that's telling me, you know, this is your mission. You know, this is what you have to do. Like there is that little, the voice that's telling you, you know, you get that feeling, this is what you're supposed to do. This is where I'm being guided. So are you following it? Because it is going to be the thing to bring ultimately your happiness. That is the environment, you know. And it's like she's being struck by that happiness. And are you ready to bring in like that happiness by you changing your thoughts and stepping out of the normal and like trusted, like, okay, source, I'm gonna do something different because I feel like this is part of my calling. Because like right now it's really strong with where Chiron and the North Node are. And you know, other people may feel like you're moving away from them. And part of that is you have to be on your own path sometimes. And sometimes you just have to have a little time apart for your personal growth, for you know, you to get to where your happiness is, because ultimately you have to find the positive, happy vibration of yourself by alone by yourself before you can truly share it with another person. If you have to wait for another person to come to be happy, then that's a very codependent energy. And we feel like it's asking you to leave any of the negative codependent energies behind. And the judgment of yourself about all the decisions you've ever made. No, you're right where you're supposed to be. The hopes and fears card is the Hierophant. And this card, she's definitely elevating, getting to a higher vibration. You know, that door is opening, the spark is there of where her ascension is going. And in that picture, that person is joyfully happy. And that is the key. Truly, it is the key. That joyful happiness. To bring the Two of Cups, which is it balance with you, but also to bring in that love relationship that we're always, you know, striving for that love. Like we feel like this is definitely about love. So we get the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Page of Wands. So the two we're missing is the Two of Swords. So about making the choice. Are you making the choice? Because transformation is at hand by literally just by changing where are your thoughts. Are you getting reciprocity in your relationships? And if you know you're always getting what you're putting out. So if that other person's not giving back to you like you want to, are you keeping score? Is that a low vibration thing? Is that other person treating you at the value you treat yourself? And we get the cards of get grounded, which is take a walk, soak up the sun, put your feet on the earth. The surrender into service, which is when you are unsure which direction to take, focus on service. And inspired action, you know, when there is nothing else you can do but follow that action, know that you are being guided by source. And we feel like you're being guided into a new aspect of your journey. Are you ready to step into the door to a new part of your spiritual path? Are you ready to be open to, you know, to say, you know, I don't know, like the ego is so you know, in control. So I don't know, you know, God lead me. I don't know, like trust and have faith that there is a divine plan to get you where, you know, you know, back to oneness, back to, you know, we're going back to one. That's, you know, the ultimate goal. We are to work on things while we're here. And the sooner that you realize that the part of you that thinks it's in control is the ego, and that is the part that wants to keep you stuck in the past because the ego knows the past. So the ego just tries to, you know, reaffirm the past to you and keep you in what it knows, you know. So it tries to, you know, do it tomorrow. You know, today's not the best day. You know, when you're getting woke up and you want to just go back to sleep, that's the ego fighting the message. Like, so just like look at your why, look at where your Chiron is, look where your North Node is. Definitely with them being 1 degree apart. Like the little cartoons where you have a little angel over here and a little devil over here. That is so true. Like it is Like the ego is there and the higher self is there. But when you're in fear, all you can hear is the ego. And when you're in a higher vibration and in alignment, you are able to hear that higher self voice so much clearer to give you, that energy, alignment of, okay, this is clearly what is for my best interest. And by knowing, what's best for you. Because we feel like something brand new is trying to come in, with that change in the wind on the bottom as the overall energy. So we would like to welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Hi, Julie. Hi, Elin. Hi, Lover Girl. Hi, Nor. How is everyone today? I think I saw Beatrice had said hi as well. So how y'all doing today? Oh, rain in there. We actually have this is the first day we've been able to see the moon in over a week. So we finally have a little clear sky today. It might already be cloudy again, but it was clear this morning enough to see the stars. So Lover Girl, we'll start with you. A reading about LV and JA feelings, thoughts. Um, it looks you get the card of to the sea, which is kind of about, maybe a little bit of unsureness. It's a seven card, so it's being divinely guided. Maybe like this person is alone in the boat, like as part of the journey. And then the underlying energy is exchanging gifts. I'm going to grab you a couple of tarot to clarify that to the sea. Because sometimes it's about, guiding you to the journey because we see the, the thing on the front with the direction of, which way you want to go. Yeah, the exchanging gifts, like there is, you get to decide if this is a lesson or a blessing relationship. Like you get to, have a lot of times we don't think we have total control over our reality, but like you get to create what you want. Like you get to create it, you get to manifest it, you get to speak it into existence. And when you don't, you manifest by default. And then you kind of get what, sometimes the universe uses metaphors or things to give you clarity on what you do or don't want. You get the Four of Swords, which is about the healing energy. The Knight of Has there been some in and out energy? Because like the Knight of Wands is like one night stand in and out energy. And sometimes the Page of Swords is about like withholding communication. So do you have any kind of pattern of like in and out energy? Like, do you have a contract with that? Because there is the Justice card, which is about contracts. Because then you get the card of the Seven of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, which is saying like you're planting the seeds of the future by looking like he's like looking at his pentacles like are you looking at the lessons of the past, because as you look at the pattern of that, that is going to be the thing that takes that relationship to a higher place. We feel like there may be like no, like this is like total in and out energy. Like you get to and you are as well, like look, where do you have this in and out energy in your life? What other people have you had that have had that energy? And then take a look at, how does that energy make you feel? How do you feel like when they pull back communication, it makes you feel like not enough, and then we try to lean in, and then we're overcompensating, and then we come into that chaser energy, and then that's never a good place to be. But we feel like this is for you to heal this. But, like, we feel like this is a pattern in some other way from your past. Chiron, which is our lesson in life, is like 1 degree away from North Node, which is like your mission in this life. So it's like those two are saying, as you heal, that's going to push you towards what your North Node, your mission is. And like we feel like this healing is going to push you towards that. Like it's trying to push you towards it. The wheel is like a great place of where it's going as you're planting the seeds. As you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. Like I wrote, like I have my book, I don't have my book in here right now, but like 2 pages of like the things I wanted, like my perfect partner, all the qualities I wanted in that. A super good way, because sometimes the universe is like likes clarity. It likes detail, but it doesn't want you to control it. So say I want somebody that's loyal and loving and honest and open and communicates and meditates and does all the things I'm interested in. Somebody that's, generous, and somebody that's funny, somebody, all the different qualities you want. Like I have 2 pages. Like I had no shortage of knowing what I wanted. Like, so as I did that, and then I put it in Source's hands, and I said, at the right time, bring me, bring my person. And when I was in the right vibration, Dave came in. It was really a quick thing as I healed my patterns with it. Like, it's definitely say you have to heal this pattern of, it could be friends, or, have family members, kind of been anybody been flaky on you, said they would do something and then not do it, where is that in your, yeah. But normally things are like patterns and cycles in our lives, most things. And they come around until we gain awareness of them, and then look at doing the work of healing that energy. But it's definitely an energy that can be like to something really great, the exchanging gifts and deep knowing, and sometimes it's just about it's the observer and then the flexible. It's about sitting back and just being patient for, everything in the divine timing. And honestly, the thing even more than about patience, lining your energy up. You want to be in the highest vibration. When, like, we have challenged Dave this week to be in the highest vibration he can be in for the whole week. Like, we're like, see the change that can happen in your life by intentionally focusing on putting that smile on and being extra happy and, filled with love all day long, and do those emotional check-ins. How does this feel? Is this coming from my heart? Is this love? And as you just try to project love into every aspect of your life, like it's going to be reflected back to you immensely. So yes, if it's coming from the ego, it's coming from judgment. Like before I come and do my videos, I ask my ego to step aside. So it's like not part of this. So it's definitely about knowing when to and when not, Sometimes we have to, the ego gets me to come in here and set up my video. And then I go get in a different state of mind. And then I come back with Celia and we do a live. That's why on our lives, there's always a little like time ahead, because my ego self comes and does the work of that. And then I go and get with Celia more and we come back to do this. So, uh, Elin, any messages for you? And for you, you get the first card of the truth be told, which we feel is about the wisdom about opening, because it's the owl. So the significance is the wisdom. And then about opening the heart and it being the heart is a window to your soul. And are you truly, in alignment with your heart? Like, and then you get the chop wood, which is the thing about, the Virgo energy of doing the work. Are you, and that really reminds me of the moon in the hand of Virgo today. Are you, taking a gentle look at, at your heart space, and being gentle with yourself and be like, how does my heart feel? What is my true, like, what is my heart's true desire? And like focus on that. And then you get the observer card, the time to nap, and higher power and fork in the road. So I think source is saying, there's a couple of ways with healing that you can work on the journey. You can take the easy decisions along the way and not do radical change. And that is just prolonging the journey, and it just makes it a longer path along the way. Or you can decide, I'm ready to connect with spirit. I'm ready to like really be in alignment with, my higher self, my guide. Cause I feel like it's saying, like, it's asking you right now is the time to open your heart to spirit. Like, are you ready to make that choice? Cause if you don't, like, there's a like transformation. But we feel like it's definitely about saying it is like opening, like, how do you feel about trust and faith? Like, how are, and you get the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, which are about messages. Like, are you getting messages to about opening your heart and where your heart is blocked? Because then you have the Page of Pentacles on the bottom of that, which is about doing the work. Taking that. Are you coming from your heart space? I feel like it's saying that's the work of is opening your heart space and trusting, like, and having faith, and all of that comes back to there is a divine plan for me. Like, so I think there's another Celia message for you, Ellen. So we're gonna get that because we feel it. You're definitely at that choice point of you can dive into your personal relationship with God, source, your higher power, whatever it is you believe in, and like take the time to be like, like don't talk to him just as a prayer. Like when you're in need of something, like have a daily conversation. God, be with me. Like, are you with me today? Can you walk with me with this? I'm gonna have this. I don't really know how this is gonna go. I'm a little scared. Can you be with me? I'm feeling really good, God. Can you come along? Like invite God into like all aspects of your life. Like, because if God's there, you know what? That's coming from love, because that's pure positive energy, like love, like. And it's definitely about that mindset, because you get the Eight of Swords, which is, about changing it and literally leading with your. I hear so much about leading with your heart, like. And you get, so the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Swords. So, like, changing your thoughts is going to move you in a complete new direction that's going to be more happy, more childlike, something more free. When we were children, we believed in magic, like to a certain age, we totally believed in that magic. And then at some point, I see that because my granddaughter's like little doll houses over there, which is a little princess castle. So it's like when we were children, we believed in those fairy tales, and at some point we stopped believing, and then as we do that, we like put blocks up. So it's saying get back to that childlike wonder of knowing that like there is such a divine plan for you, and as you open your heart fully, because to really get the love that you're trying, that you would love to manifest, has to come through you having that open heart chakra. Like it has to be open and ready for that person. Like you're definitely doing the work, of the dark night of the soul. Definitely, we know. Like we hear you're doing the work. So, so we hear it's just like asking, invite source in, invite him to, help you see, what is blocking you. Like use like that is the work. Like chop wood, that is the daily work. Source, be with me. How can I see this from your eyes? What would you have me do today? Like, and yeah, be trust to be led by the process. You have great intuition. You have fear and doubt about it, but overall, so you says you have great intuition. Janice, what intention does Oscar have towards me? Okay. Yeah, like, and Source is really specific. They love, like, Source loves when you are very specific and know what you want. You don't have to control how it comes. You just have to know what you want. Like I put all the stuff in there for Dave. I didn't put Dave's name. I didn't say he's here. I want it to happen this way and this time. I said, this is what I want. And just like put it out there. And then in the divine time, Dave showed up. So, Janice, we are getting feelings about Oscar for you. We are going to say definitely there's some interest because you get this new life card, and like she's definitely looking very sexy and sensual to that. And then there's the regeneration card on the bottom of the deck. So we're going to get a little clarification. And the fork in the road. Are you thinking about that person, but is there somebody else from the past that would maybe come back that made you have to make a choice? Because you get the regeneration, and under that is the fork in the road, which is about making a choice. Well, the regeneration card seems to be like a card from someone from the past that's like rekindling it. And then you get the fork in the road. And then under that is the end card, which is about the feminine energy. But I feel like this is about making a choice. So I feel like we were asking about him, and you get the new life card. And like that's like what happened with a person a couple of years ago? Like because you don't want to bring that energy from whatever happened then into this new relationship. So, like, whatever, like, the thing is that gets in your craw about that person or yourself, you got to kind of heal, or you're going to bring that in. But we feel like he definitely has some kind of interest because, like, she's like, look at that picture. Like, that's definitely. So like look at like that thing that happened before, and like look at the pattern of it. Like you can do it like just by having the acknowledgement of it. Okay, what happened? Like what was the situation of that relationship? and then look at when else have you had that kind of a situation? Like when else, how did it make you feel? Did it make you feel like not a lot of times it's not enough. If it made you feel like not enough or that you couldn't do anything right or whatever behavior it was, like look and see when else have other people in your life ever made you feel that way, and like look and see where is that pattern. Because like Chiron, which is the thing you're meant to heal in this life, and the North Node are 1 degree apart in astrology. In Aries, like 1 degree. So they're like right on top of each other. So it's like a critical healing point for your future part of your mission. Like it's like a critical like part of the timeline to work on that. Like Celia's like now. So like you can do the like writing work and then say, okay, how did I feel when that happened to me? How did I react? How would I like to feel? And then how would you like to react? And that's like you're writing, like you're clearly seeing the pattern. So when something happens, you're like, oh, this is part of that pattern and I'm aware of it. So first you're like, okay, pattern, I see you. Like first thing, like acknowledge the pattern is there. Like, but we feel like it's definitely like, because you don't want that energy to come back. Like you get to make that choice right now of like, do you want to heal it? Because this person definitely seems to have some interest. And she said, we're going to grab you a couple of tarot. And you get the Knight of Swords, which is like the fastest moving energy in the deck, with the Ace of Pentacles, which is definitely a new opportunity. So, like, this new opportunity can come in really, really fast. I would look at that pattern because the sooner you heal the pattern, like, the sooner you'll clear it out of your energy. Like, so I would take some time today to meditate and, like, write those questions down and then meditate and then go back and fill the answers in. Like, I do that with Celia. Like, I'll write the questions down and then I meditate and then I get the answers from her. So, for my own personal, so you can use that as well. So, we hope that helps Janice to clear that energy, but definitely like you have a wonderful day. Hi, Julie. How are you doing? Um, okay, so any advice from the gods who appeared in Julie's dreams? Julie, you get the loyal heart, which just makes me feel like you were loved and protected, like, and just we love that the loyal heart card, and then a change of the wind. So something is about to change. They're trying to co-create with you. Are you like communicating? Are you talking? Are you thinking about what you do desire, what you do want to manifest, where your heart's desire is? Because for me, source is always trying to co-create with you. Either you can co-create and have a say and kind of direct what you want. Like you can be intentional in what you want. You just can't control the how and the when of it. You just have to say the what you want. Like, and as you co-create with source, it does that. Otherwise, it can be you know, a sloppy co-creation where it's kind of what you want, but kind of a little off. So as you clean up the energy with it, like are you open to co-creating? Like, and apparently that's all we get because it doesn't look like it's going to give us any tarot on that. So Julie, ask and you get the card, the Death card underneath, which is about transformation, and the Three of Cups, which is about, working with the community. Yes. Like, I feel that's an invitation for that, to say it's time to step in and be a more active co-creator. When we everything happens to us, we decide what we do and we don't like, and it puts all that in, what we do or don't want. But like taking the list of like and writing down, this is, my perfect partner, and writing all the lists. This is my idea of a perfect job. This is my idea of a perfect schedule. Like, as you're putting those things out there, like, source loves you to have a goal and a direction. Like, you just can't control the when, like, the success is going to come. Like, it's going to come in the divine timing. You just have to have faith and hold true to like where your goal is pushing you, and always be open to, if something changes, be open to change the direction you're headed in. So we are AG, we are glad you're feeling better. Eliza, can you have a reading? Near future. Okay. So Eliza, a reading for the near future. It is a wave. Dave, my husband, is big wave sound therapy. So it's actually his wave. We got it when we were visiting Florida one time. So it is, he's big wave sound therapy. So it's definitely a wave. Um, and Eliza, you get the card of milk and honey, which is, that card of being awesomely happy and just savoring right where you are and exchanging gifts, and know that right where you are is being a gift. Like, sometimes that process of us being single is to open your spiritual gifts, to work on you, to help you work on yourself, help you heal, help you work on your energy, um, help you find personal alignment with you. Because as you find your own personal alignment, it's a lot easier to do it with another person. Um, and a lot of times in the dark night of the soul, like, we are at that place of like everything stripped away. So, we can rebuild a bigger, better, life of things we consciously co-create. Like, so we are going to get some more. But as you like are like super happy at like where you are right now, that's going to like help every relationship you have in the future. Because we get the Five of Cups, which is about healing the past, healing that past energy, because you don't want to create those cycles and patterns in your next relationship. So take them, take some time, with that time of being single, meditate, ask source, what patterns am I having? How do my friends make me feel? How does my family make me feel? How do men make me feel? How do relationships make me feel? How does love make me feel? How does commitment make me feel? And take some time and look at each of those things individually. What emotion do I have tied to each of those things? Like, are my friends like the best thing that I could imagine? I could live it out? Or has there been some shady behavior that has, been part of a pattern from my past? Like, where is the pattern? And we say that because Chiron and the North Node are 1 degree apart. So, and then we get the card of the Empress, And then we get the King of Wands, which is about manifesting that. So we feel like this is saying this is a time of your healing. And the moon energy can be tied to mother, like how is your relationship with your mom? And it can be about, also it's about deep diving into your emotions, and seeing like everything for, when your last relationship ended, how did it make you feel? What are the emotions you have tied to that? Because as you're healing that, like you become super like a super magnet to what you desire with the Nine of Pentacles, because like she's like a single stable person that doesn't need a relationship. She picks the Emperor because she wants to, not because she has to, or that she's in lack of anything, because she's really stable and healed and whole on her own. So then she draws that energy to her like super quick. And then we get the Temperance card and the Judgment card. As you're getting the messages, doing the healing, that Nine of Swords is about listening to your higher self. Are you, I feel like it's a time of transformation for you, like Eliza. It's just like, yeah, total time of transformation. Release and judgment. Know that you are, in charge. We have the masculine, the feminine energy here, which can definitely be, twin flame energy, which comes in and together once that healing has gotten to a certain level. So we hope that helps. So I show empathy, Alita, more. Yes. And like raising your vibration. The happier and higher vibration you're in, the happier you're going to bring that other person in. But as you do that healing, that's going to help. But like you get the Milk and Honey card, which is like the best card in this deck. Like that is like savoring the place you're at right now. You know what? When you live with somebody else or you're in a relationship with somebody else, all the things that you do in your normal pattern will be changed and altered. So like it's about you definitely being able, when that happens, for you to be firm on, I like to do this. Like Celia likes to get me up in the middle of the night and give me messages sometimes. For a long time, I would just go and stay in bed with Dave because that's what Dave likes. But you know what I had to decide I wanted to do? I got to follow my true me and have my voice and be like, Celia wants to talk to me. I got to go talk to her. Like, because if not, she'll keep waking me up until I get up and go do it. Like, because she knows that I know that like that's like a good message time, and like normally it's some deep stuff we're working on, and normally it's because I've asked her for some kind of answer, so she's like, so like before you go to bed, like ask your angels and guides for guidance, like what is the pattern, where do I need to heal? So Alita, any recommendations for a book or I have like taken like I have a basic astrology book and I've taken a basic astrology course, but like I'm just like self-taught. Like you can get a printout with your birth chart and it kind of gives you like the whole basic thing. And then when like you have like when there's like major transits going on, like you can look and see which house it's in for you. Because I'm definitely more into getting learning more about the astrology and how we're affected by different, not even just our planets, but like some of the asteroids and comets and things, different other astral bodies out there. So we're like really affected by like Chiron, who, is out there. Ceres is a planet that's out there that, or a dwarf planet that is part of our solar system, and all of those things definitely affect but I just have like a general astrology. Braca Goldsmith is a great YouTube channel. She's not doing videos now because she's having a vision thing going on. So she's stepping back and following that guidance and following the breadcrumbs to her new path. But she has so much content already posted up about astrology. Like she is like phenomenal. So Braca Goldsmith, um, I wish Dave was here. He could post it up there and maybe he will. But she is like a great. I listen to her astrology so much. She's really good about it. There's so many other astrologers that I listen to. I listen to the Leo King. He's really good. He can just be a little different on his things, but definitely a good astrologer. Definitely like him. But Braca talks about the basics, kind of breaks down like what like each thing means, like so she's definitely a great source. But like right now, Chiron and the North Node are 1 degree apart. Chiron is the thing you're here to heal in this lifetime, the major thing, and then the North Node is your mission in this lifetime. And right now they're 1 degrees apart in Aries, so they're like conjunct. So it's like shining a light on those two things. How does your healing affect your life mission? Like super important time right now to like look at those things because they're like affecting each other like every day, like especially right now. They have been together for a little while. So Alita, did you have a other question? Did you want a card? What can we do for you? And Krishna, you are definitely connected to the universe and your angels, and your higher self is always guiding you. When you came into this physical body, all of you didn't come. Part of you came, part of you stayed. For me, the part of me that stayed is my Celia part, and that's the part I channel. Like my connection to heaven, because Celia means heaven. Um, oh, 1111 is well, it's a twin flame number, but it's also about brand new beginnings. And like that's a really strong sign about, are you ready for a brand new beginning? Like, are you ready? Like, where is like the one in the tarot, or in in the majors is the magician. You have all the tools for this new beginning. Are you ready to take the action of doing it? No, before you have anything that's already happened in the physical, you've already thought of it and it's already starting to manifest. Yes, they're definitely always with you, like always with you. And Alita, we're gonna please tell me to get a different deck. So we're gonna get the Sacred Destiny deck, which is do you have a reference of the beach? Oh, I think she found her. Thank you, Dave. You're the best. And that's about the wave, like the sound, big wave sound therapy. Dave does sound therapy. Um, so you can also check out his channel. Oh, what are the angels trying to tell me? And you get the cards of relaxation, and you get the card of courage. So this is saying like the visual of this card. If you've been going through a rough time, just be patient, like and know that like an easier time is coming. Like after this, like, sometimes things, like, look a little rocky, a little tumultuous, like, very tumultuous. Have you been going through a hard time? Like, have you been going through a hard time? Just know it's a cycle. It's because the moon's right there, and it's very much saying it's a cycle. And the abundance card is the bottom of the deck. And yeah, it's like that reminds me always of the beach. It's one of my favorites with the waves right there. And then here you got the waves again, but like with the light, like, do you have a beach connection? Well, the last person that we had this with, we were channeling energy for. So, but like things are going to get easier. I mean, that's like in spring, like that's looking, and then the card of opportunity is underneath that. So we feel like if it's been a hard time, and sometimes that happens to teach us to say, God, I surrender. I just surrender. Like, I don't know. Like, when you say, God, I surrender, I don't know, that's given God the space to fill you up with his knowledge. Like, God, I don't know, show me. Like, sometimes when we just are, where is Taurus in your chart? Because I feel like stubborn. I only say that because I'm a Taurus. So, um, and like I was that way, and like the more stubborn you are and resistant about doing the healing work, the more the more it's going to come at you till you're like, okay, this is what I'm doing. And once you step into that, like, do you know where your north node is? Do you know the house and the sign that it's in? Do you know that about your Chiron as well? We're always up to help, and we're channeling great energy to always help. So if you yeah, oh, North Node Cancer. Which house? Because Cancer is normally like mother, family energy. Yeah, which house is it in for you? Because like the house that it's in tells you which area of your life it's going to affect. And the other is Chiron, which is Chiron, which is the key symbol. The key symbol, Chiron, that's my guide Celia's says that's like the thing we're supposed to heal in this lifetime. You get the Knight of Pentacles, which is the only knight that finishes the race by he does the work, is doing the steps, is gaining new clarity. And it's funny we say steps as there are steps, in that headspace. And then the Ace of Wands, and then the Star. If you send me an email with your information, I will look at it and I will send you an email back and tell you what I see and whatever Celia channels. But we feel like something new is going to come. You're going to get new clarity about new action towards taking that's definitely going to heal you and move you forward. Like the star is healing. Do you do any kind of healing modality? Are you doing meditation? Where are you on your path with this? Because you get two aces, which is brand new inspiration. The Knight is like super good about doing the work. The underlying energy is that Cancer energy, which is, going towards that, oh, that divine feminine energy of being a leader, and like then the Empress, and then the High Priestess, and then the Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which is about walking away from any kind of burdens. Like as you do the work to open these up, like meditate, ask, what kind of things are you interested in? What are you interested in? I feel like you may be like interested in tarot. Do you have a deck? Like, are you like interested in that? Do you do any kind of journaling? Like, Dave does sound therapy as part of his stuff. Check out his, channels and see if that kind of energy resonates with you. Me and Dave also do Reiki. Like, that's part of our gift with our hands. Like, And we feel like you're some kind of healer because you have the star, which is definitely healing in energy and Aquarius energy. But we feel like as you're working on healing your Chiron, that's going to be one of the things that pushes you forward on your North Node. So by knowing the house, that's like super. Oh yeah. You want to know how I found out I had a healing ability? I had been in a car wreck and kept having to go to therapy. So I was like I went to therapy, and then it was like I was going to go back to school because I had a repetitive job, and so I went back to do that, and then I was doing therapy on people, and I had my hands on somebody's leg, a tactile cue, and would get them to have a better muscle contraction after like they had had surgery on their hip or knee or whatever. And I thought it was no big deal at first that I could do this. It was just something that I worked into my thing. And then I would see my other therapists not having that same reaction from the patients as what I got from my hands. So I'm like, okay, something's in my hands. So then I took a Reiki course. You can take a Reiki 1 course, which is pretty general. It just kind of gets you familiar, gets you attuned with the energy, and kind of gets you started on your path. But like you can find a Reiki one, you can find one an online course because you still get the attunement and then that energy still works for you. But we feel like you're getting pushed towards something brand new, like the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands, brand new energy. You're definitely manifesting that. And we feel like you're getting a lot of stuff in your meditation. Because literally with like Reiki 1, you can do like initially, when I did it, mine was 30 days of self Reiki, doing it on myself every day for the first 30 days. And like you can feel the change in your energy, your personal self by doing it to yourself to show yourself like the healer that you are. Because as you can align your energy, it gives you faith in that you can do that to somebody else as well. Yes. And this takes time. Yeah. And like before, like you go to bed, like if you're trying to communicate with your angels, your guides at night, that ask, what do I need to know that's for my highest and greatest good? Like, and ask for that if it's easier sometimes to get that in dream space. Or when you're like sleeping and you get woke up in the middle of the night. You are very welcome. That is my north node is this like being of service to the community, like helping with like why I've been on my path. Everything is a reference point to teach, others on how to do the healing, to do theirs. Um, you have to trust it. Like sometimes Dave needs confirmation. So for a while, I would have like one hiccup when we were talking about something, and it was like a thing to let Dave know that like this is Celia for sure because it's like one hiccup. And then it got to be now we didn't appreciate it as much. So now I belch when he needs like an exclamation point that this is Celia, like randomly I'll just belch. It's like the craziest like sign because sometimes Dave, my husband, thinks he needs like other confirmation of where it's coming from. And when he does, Celia obliges him. But you have to just, have that faith and trust. If you're unsure of where's this coming from, put your hand on your heart and say, you know, is this coming from my higher self? Is this coming from my ego? Is this coming from love? If it's not coming from love, it's coming from the ego. Like, but yeah, Dave loves the confirmation. we'll be outside and we have a set of chimes that Celia rings, and then we have another set of chimes that my mom rings, like when she's in agreement with me. It's very interesting, but it's just kind of something we have worked on with through intention, um, to get communication that way. Like, yeah, I love when my mom rings the chimes. It's, normally when we're out in the hot tub, I'm in that channeling mode because that is my meditation place. So my favorite. So anybody else have a question? So and we have been on about an hour. So Nor will get your question. There's a guy who wants um well, people would smile at you because you have a good energy. So you if you're projecting that energy, you're going to get it reflected back to you. So that's just a good sign for one. So we will and then you get the card of community. Yeah, we feel like it's nothing, just and it's unfinished symphony. It's kind of like the magic the universe works. So whatever your vibration is at, the universe kind of reflects that back to you. So through the community, and then you get the unfinished symphony, and then you get like the time to just be easy in it. We feel like that's saying you're in a good vibration and you're just attracting that energy back to you. So we feel like it's a very simple thing. We feel like it's don't let your thoughts because you get the devil, which in this card, that cage is open. So it's about gaining clarity of that. And the world is about seeing things in that new perspective. Um, and just being open to the thought of it doesn't have to be that there's any other energy there, but be in high vibration. It's a reflection of my vibration, it's a reference point. And instead of trying to read anything positive or negative into it, just be like, it's a reference point of my vibration. I must be in a good vibration if people are just randomly smiling at me, which is the truth. But don't let the negative thought pattern, take you somewhere you don't want to go. Um, because we feel like if someone is interested in you, you are going to have no question. Like you're going to know, like we feel like this is just confirmation of your current vibration. Like and be good with that and like be that detached state of it. It's just a reference of my vibration and be like, yes, that is the vibration I'm in. I'm in a happy, high, smiling, happy, fun vibration. And like that's it. Just like people are a reflection of you. So with that, we are gonna take a little break. We hope everyone is having a great day and we will be back tomorrow. Bye.